Hello everyone and welcome to Acadgild. In this video, we'll see how to work on this Vlookup function. Basically, we have 9 different videos in this section where we'll see different examples related to Vlookup, HLOOKUP, lookup, match, index and so on. So let us start with the basic Vlookup. What is the advantage of using this Vlookup and where it can be utilized? Now, let's take an example here. I have a table given here where I have 4 different columns. The first column is products, second is part number, quantity and the price. If I enter some product here, let's say Belen, I should get the price in the next different cell here. So how do I find out? So here if you see the Belen product which is given, I'll try to search in the first column. If I get into this third row, I'll just simply highlight this particular row. In this row, if you see Belen has the fourth column which is given as 26.95, that is the price. Let us try for the Carlota. If I enter the value as Carlota in the products, I want the price of Carlota. Here is the Carlota. In this column I can find out the Carlota, and Carlota row, if you find out 28.95 is the value here. How do I find out? We have this function named as Vlookup. The table is very small, so it's easy for us to find out the answer. Imagine if you have millions and millions of records, that time it would be difficult to find out the values. So we have to take help of this Vlookup function. Vlookup will give you the answer in seconds. Let us take an example here. What is the method I should use? What is the parameters I should use for the Vlookup? Now remember, this is known as the lookup value. Here, whatever value I enter, it is known as lookup value. This is my lookup table, which has the first column which consists of lookup value. I mean to say, Carlota, Belen should belong to the first column of the table array. Now, with respect to this table, I want the price column. So, the price column number is 4. If you see, that's a column number as 4. So, 3 things. One is the lookup value. Second is the table array, and with respect to table, the column number is how much? It is 4. If I start the table from here, the column number for this table would be 3. So right now the column index number is 4 here. Let us try to write the formula equal to Vlookup. Press tab key. First parameter, if you see, I have this lookup value. So I'll simply click on this cell number A13, comma. Second option, if you see, it's asking for the table array. My table starts from here, cell number A3 to D10. Without the column headings, you need to select this table array, put a comma, and third one, it's asking for the column index number. With respect to this table, which I have selected, the column index number is 4. So I'll simply type here as 4, comma, and next it's asking for the range lookup. So in this case, you just type as 0. 0 stands for the exact match. So if it finds a value related to Carlota, it will give you the exact value. If not, then it will give you as not available. Now, this is the formula we have written. This is the function we have written. I'll simply press enter. And if you see, I'm getting as 28.95. Let us try with some other product. I'll type as Belen 26.95. If you see, Belen is having 26.95. I'll try for Sunset. Enter 20.95. Let us verify, and if you see, Sunset value is 20.95, which is absolutely correct. So what is the method, what is the function I have used? Once again, so I've started with equal to Vlookup. The first parameter says lookup value. Always remember, you need to write out the lookup value outside the table. Do not select any value from the table. You can also select from here Sunset, but it is not the right practice to select from here. So make sure you enter the lookup value outside the table. So that's my lookup value, comma, table array without the column headings, comma. The third parameter is column index number. If you want quantity, you just put as 3. If you want price, you just put as 4. Right now, since I want the price column, so with respect to this table, it stands on the 4th position. So I'll type as 4, comma, and I'll put a 0 here. 0 stands for the exact match. Right now, if you don't understand the meaning of 0, it's fine, because in the next sheet, you'll understand, in the next video, you'll understand the meaning of 0 and 1. So for time being, you just put as 0 and press enter. So here if you see, I'm getting the answer 20.95. Let us try once again. Sunshine, I'm getting 18.95. So here if you observe 18.95, which is actually correct here. There are many examples with related to VLOOKUP. Now sometimes you might find this kind of products where the product spelling might be wrong. So I just type as Belen1, which is not available. Just see the spelling here, Belen1. If you go to this table and you'll not find out anywhere Belen1. You can find out Belen, but not Belen1. So at that time, what would be the output you'll be getting? Let us find out. Equal to VLOOKUP. That's my lookup value, comma. I'll find out the lookup table without the column headings like this. You can use your mouse if the table is very small. Otherwise, you can simply keep your cursor here in the first cell, Control Shift right arrow key, Control Shift down arrow key, and then put a comma. You can see the function is written in the formula bar, and then you put a 0 sign, or you can say as fourth column, that's a column index number, comma, and 0. Close the brackets and press enter. So here if you observe, the answer I'm getting as NA. NA stands for not available. So what should I do in case if I don't want this NA? Because since you are using the Excel, you are already an expert in Excel. So you can understand the meaning of error. But imagine if the Excel file is used by some unknown person who's not so tech savvy, how should he understand that this value is invalid value? So that time you have to use this function named as if error. So here, before this VLOOKUP start, you simply type as if error. Okay, you just type if ERR and press the tab key from a keyboard. So if error, give me the value. Okay, if the error is there, if the error is not there, give me the value. And what is the value if you want, if there's some error? So first one is not error and second one is if error. So I'll just keep my cursor here, put a comma, and now if you see the second option is asking value if error. So I'll simply type it's invalid value, close the bracket. Okay, so if error, give me the, if not error, give me the value here. If error, give me the second parameter value. Press enter key. So here, if I type as Belen, which is same exact spelling, press enter, you will get the value. If you type Carlota, you'll get 28.95. But if you type as something which is not available in the table, press enter, you'll get as invalid value. If you type here as some name, let's say Pune, enter, you'll get as invalid value. So always remember, if you want to avoid this NA, that is not available error, use the function as if error. Okay, now let us take one more example. For me, it was very difficult to keep on typing the names here, Belen, Carlota, and then it was Sunset, etc. I can make my work easy by applying a data validation. So how to use this VLOOKUP with data validation? This one was VLOOKUP when you have not available. Now we can see how to work with VLOOKUP with data validation. What is basically data validation? Here I'll just create a drop-down list so that it will be easy for me to select the values. Let us try that. So keep your cursor in cell number A23, go to data tab, click on this data validation, and then you see the first option, it says any value. The meaning of any value, it says this A23 can accept numbers, strings, dates, errors, formulas, functions, anything. But I don't want anything, I just want a drop down list. So I'll select a list from here. And what is the value in the list you want? I obviously want the first column which is present on the top. So I'll just move my cursor and select the first column without the column heading. Remember that, without the column heading. So if you see, the value is given as $A3 to $8, $10. So that's a range which has selected. Simply click on OK. That's it. And your work is done. So the moment you scroll down in cell number A23, you see there's a drop down list which is created. So click on this drop down list and you can see the list values which are present there will be available in A23. So you select as Carlota, you select any value, you'll be getting the answer here. Let us try to write this function equal to VLOOKUP, lookup value, comma, table array. Now how do I find out the table array? You can just use your mouse to go on the top and then keep your cursor in cell number A3, Control Shift right arrow key, Control Shift down arrow key. Why I am showing you this shortcut? Because not every time the table will be small. You might have a table which is very lengthy, very big table. So use this shortcut key, that is Control Shift right arrow, Control Shift down arrow key. Put a comma and then column index number is 4, 4, 0. The function would be same, there's no difference, but I just want to show you how this VLOOKUP will work with data validation. So here now, if I just use this drop down, select the option Carlota, it's changing, quad, and if you see it's changing. If I select as sunset, again it's changing. So it is very much easy for me and the end user for selecting the values from this drop down. And the last example with this VLOOKUP would be how to use this VLOOKUP with name range. Okay, name range, it's very useful here. What is name range? If I keep my cursor here, this cell number is nothing but G16. See, it's nothing but intersection of column and row heading. This is what you call the cell number. Or else the second method is you keep your cursor any place and see in this place that is name box. So you'll get the answer. The name of the cell is I16. Now the name range will work very easily. So first of all, you go to your table, wherever you have the table, keep your cursor in cell number A3, Control Shift right arrow, Control Shift down arrow. Now every time I have to select A3 to D10. Okay, if I'm selecting the table array, it's very difficult to select the table. So what I'll do is I'll keep my cursor here in the name box and type some name. Let's say I'll type my name and press enter. So when I press enter, if you see the name has been given, that is Pawan here. But if I keep my cursor outside and if I want to go back to the table, so I'll simply click on this drop down and select the name here. This is the name given to a specific range. Okay, so if I click on this and if you see the values highlighted here. Now what is the benefit of using this? Let us see here. The benefit of using this VLOOKUP with name ranges equal to VLOOKUP. Have a look here. This is my lookup value, comma. Now table array, I don't have to go on the top. Okay, no need to go on the top. Just type the name of that table. Okay, name of that array. So that's a name range, comma. Column index number, I already know, 4, 0. 0 stands for exact match. Press enter. So now if you see, it's showing as not available. The reason because this Belen is not present there, the spelling mistake. So type Belen, enter. Or you type Carlota, enter. So you'll be getting the exact values. What is the advantage of using this name range? You go to any table here, any sheet, any table, any cell. You don't have to remember the table range A3 to D10 or A3 to D100, nothing. You simply type the name here. Let's say if I create a new sheet here like this, and if I type the same function, first I'll write Belen. I'll just increase the size so it's visible for you. And here I'll just type the same function equal to VLOOKUP. That's my lookup value, comma, lookup value, comma. Now I don't have to go to that table. Remember, I don't have to go to this table, go on the top. I don't have to select like this. Okay, it's difficult. That's an old method. What is the new method here? The new method would be equal to VLOOKUP, lookup value, comma. Just type the name of your range. That's your name here, Pawan. Now I just given the name here, but you can give a specific, some talented name which is easy for us to remember. That is the products table, or you can say share market table, or sales transaction table, anything, some name you can give. Now basically this is not a table, this is a name range. Okay, comma, put a column index number. Okay, now just have a look here. When I just type the name here and if I put a comma, the color of this text has not changed. Okay, this is very important. So put a backspace. Before you put a comma, press tab key from a keyboard, put a comma now. And here if you see, that's a range which is selected here. Okay, and if you press tab, comma, put a column index number 4 comma 0. So why I'm saying is you can just select this tab key because sometimes you might make a spelling mistake or something might happen. So it is better to select from the the suggestions which you're getting. Now simply press enter and you'll get the value here. So Belen, Carlota, or you can say sunset, etc, etc. So this is the benefit of using this VLOOKUP. So what we have seen basically in this VLOOKUP function is we have seen how to work a simple VLOOKUP function, how to work with this in case if you want to avoid this NA, how to work with VLOOKUP with data validation and with name range, the benefit of using this name range. Now there are three different rules which you have to remember about VLOOKUP. What are those three rules? The first rule is lookup value column in the table should have unique values. Lookup value column in table should have unique values. So the first column, if you observe, all the values are unique. No value is repeated here. So remember, this should be unique. Therefore, if you go to some company, some organization, they'll ask you your employee ID number, they'll ask you about the passport number, ID number, etc. They'll never ask you about your name, your surname, your last name, etc. So that should be a unique number. Second, lookup value should belong to the first column of table array. This is very, very important. Lookup value should belong to first column of your table array. This is my lookup value. This lookup value should belong to the first column. Okay, this is the first column. If you select, if you don't have this first column, you'll get an error message. Let me show you an example here. If I just type Control C, Control V, with the help of this part number, if I want to find out the price, okay, with the help of this part number, find out the price. So what is the method? Equal to VLOOKUP, lookup value, comma. Now this lookup value should belong to the first column of your table array. Okay, you cannot select the table from here right now. So the table should start from here, comma, column index number with respect to the selected table, the column number of price is 3, not 4 now. Okay, you can see the red icon which is highlighted here, the box. Okay, with respect to that, the number is 3, comma 0, and close the bracket. Press enter. So now if you see for this particular number ending with 101, I have how much? $28.95. So if I just copy and paste it here, so I'm getting 20.95, which is exactly same. So this is the second answer, second rule. Lookup value column should belong to the first column of table array. This is very, very important. Okay. The third rule and the last one is you can go from left to right. That means with the help of products, you can find out price. With the help of part number, you can find out price. But you cannot, with the help of price, you cannot find out the products. Okay, that means you can go from left to right, but not from right to left. This is the third and the last rule. Okay, so I hope you have understood how to work on this VLOOKUP, different examples and the VLOOKUP rules. I hope you have understood. That's all for this video. Hey guys, if you like the video, please support us by clicking on the like button and subscribe the channel for further new upcoming videos on Excel. Thank you.
Acadgild. Average is dead.